Moving over to the Eastern Eyre Netball Association now. Kristy Turnbull is joining me to go through the weekend's games and to look ahead to the last round of the season. How's it going, Kristy?
Yeah, going very well. Thank you, Dan. As I said earlier, had a week of field days over here on the EP, so it's been a fairly hectic week, but looking forward to the weekend of sport.
Yes, fantastic. I've been hearing a lot about the success of the EP field days, so no, that is fantastic. But yes, the show goes on with the netball season, and it's hard to believe that we're through to the last round of the season, but that is where we are this weekend. So before we get into tomorrow's games, let's have a look back to last week, and it was pretty much close to as we expected. Let's start out with Ports and Eastern Rangers. Rangers won at 39-32 at Arno Bay, so that's a really good effort from Ports.
Oh, look, it definitely is, Dan. A really close game, and it started close. It was very low scoring, and I think that just shows that the defensive pressure that both teams had on the court last weekend. But like I said, it started really close. At half-time, Rangers had that 7-goal lead. Ports had a bit of a sloppy third quarter. Rangers really capitalised on that and blew the lead out to 14 before the final quarter, and then Ports just had a renewed hunger and a renewed determination, and they really wanted to show what they have got in their system as a playing team, and they really are finals contenders. So they come out absolutely firing in that last quarter and managed to, I think they kept Rangers to 6 goals for that quarter and closed that gap down to 7 at the end of the game. So just once again, just not quite finishing those 4 solid quarters. I think I've said that about Ports a little bit. This year they've had a bit of trouble on and off as the season's gone on with running out a full 4 quarters at the same intensity as those top 3 teams. But I think certainly a great sign of things to come as we run into finals for the Ports girls. But again, full credit, I don't take anything away to Rangers. Full credit to Rangers. They've had a ripper season as well. That was their last game. They've got the bye this week. So, they'll be sitting pretty happy on the bye, ready for finals when we come into them next week.
Yeah, very solid season for Ports. We obviously spoke earlier in the year about them breaking the 7-year drought and just 2 wins and 9 losses for the year this year. But like you said, they've been really competitive in a lot of games and really mixing it with a lot of those top 3 teams. There haven't been too many blowout scores. So, a 7-goal margin there against Rangers, who are going to finish in 3rd place at 7-5 for the year. That is a very good effort and a good win by the Rangers as well, of course. Kimba Districts with a comfortable win over Cowell, 67-38 at Cowell.
Yeah, and I think this has been a bit of a theme all year. Kimba have had those fairly comfortable wins over Cowell. Again, sitting second as we come into our last game of the minor round. Our ladder will remain unchanged regardless of what happens this weekend. So, I think Kimba, they came in off the bye. They really wanted to get that momentum rolling after the bye, after they've rested. And, just show what they've got in the tank ready as we come into finals. So I think by all accounts, they just came out, they looked good, they hit the ground running, they got an early lead and they just managed to continue to increase that lead as the game went on. And unfortunately for Cowell, they just couldn't quite match the intensity or the pace of that well-oiled Kimba netball team. So, well done to the Kimba girls. Bad luck to Cowell, but Cowell will have, just this week's game, and like I said, our ladder is set, so this week will be the final week for the Cowgirls on the court.
So Cowell heading to play against Central Eyre United to finish their season this weekend, and I would think they've got one eye on the off-season at this point.
Yeah, I think definitely for Cowell. Disappointing, but, as it is, we only have the 4 out of 5 teams can go through to finals, and unfortunately just not Cowell's year this year. But, this is top versus bottom. Storm have had the fairly comfortable win the last 2 times I've met, and I expect that this is probably not going to be too much different up at Warrnambool this weekend, but Storm, again, coming in off the bye, they'll be looking just to build that momentum. They're sitting quite comfortably in top spot. They know what they've got. They know what they can do as a team, and I think they'll just go out and they'll do that this weekend. And, Cowell will throw everything at it. They certainly won't go down without a fight, but I think Storm will be too strong for Cowell this weekend.
And Kimba hosting Ports in the other last game of the regular season. So both teams a good chance to take some confidence into finals here, especially for Ports, who will be playing against Eastern Rangers again in the first round of finals, and they know they can mix it with them, so they'd love to put on a good showing here against one of the genuine contenders.
Yeah, definitely for the Ports girls. They'll certainly want to close the gap. The last couple of meetings between these two teams, Kimba have had on the scoreboard quite a comfortable, 18, 20-odd goal win for both games, but certainly it hasn't looked like that on the court. The Ports girls have managed to apply a lot of pressure on the Kimba, but Kimba are a well-oiled machine. They play beautiful netball. They deserve that second spot that they're sitting in. I think, tomorrow's game will be no different. It'll be a nice, tight battle. Kimba probably will be a little bit too strong, but both teams probably wanting to save a little bit for the semi-finals. We've got back-to-back finals next weekend, first and second semi. So I think both teams, they know that in the finals, they know nothing can change after Saturday's matches. So I think, whether they throw all they've got at it or whether they just keep a little bit in reserve, ready to take on, for Kimba to get the easy road into the grand final and beat Storm, or whether it's for Ports to turn the tables on Rangers and go through to playing that prelim final. We'll see what it comes of, but I think it'll certainly be a great game of netball either way.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Could be a good chance to move the magnets around a bit and try some different combinations, but we'll see what happens in the last round of the season. One eye on to finals now. We'll get there when we chat again next week. Thanks very much, Kristy. I'll chat to you then.
Yeah, sounds good, Dan. Thank you.